You know the amount of time that you spend with players and coaches and in the building. You're essentially taking your 2 to 5 years and playing a major part in raising someone else's kids.
Come on, let's go, hurry up.
In my circumstance, I took a chance. I couldn't imagine life without taking that chance. When you talk leadership, I want to get you to do some things that A, you might not want to do, B, you might be scared to do, or C, you think you can't do. But what really excites me is when guys come back. It took 7 years for me to get my first impact story of an athlete coming back to be like, here's something you said, and it helped me today in raising my family. I think my players would say, ultimately, he's a guy that's going to be there. And that's what my staff, that's what we pride ourselves on.
This is how we do it. This is how a kingdom comes. This is how we get it done. This is how we do it. This is how a kingdom comes. This is how we do it.
Hey guys, welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to some beautiful mountains, Colorado State University, and my buddy Ryan Davis. Ryan and I go back about 10 years now. Just remember him as a young strength coach and how impressed I was by him, his presence, the way that he carried himself, and his enthusiasm for the profession. And that's not wavered one bit as he's continued to have success in his profession. He's just a guy that makes you feel fantastic, makes the people around him better, and I know this is going to be a great episode, so sit back and enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side.
What up, bro?
Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Hey, man, beautiful day for us here,
Hey,
bro.
man, welcome to beautiful Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins, Colorado,
Awesome,
man.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, man, glad to see you guys. Glad to see you.
Let's go check it out, man.
Awesome. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. This is our baby. So this is our weight room here at CSU that we use only for football. We were able to do this, and it's just under 14,000 square feet. Obviously, we went top notch with the play flooring, had to do that. We've got 14 racks in the room that are spaced really well, that are dual-sided racks.
Right.
So our suite number for us is kind of like between 30 and 35. We've got the dumbbell section over here. We've got some plate-loaded equipment. So we knew we wanted to get Iron Grip as a partner with the dumbbells. So we're using them in our old facility. And they said, well, Coach, what do you think about the fat handles? And I'm like, we're probably not going to do that. And the more dumbbells they sent, the more time we got to train with them. Right before we moved into the facility, I said, hey, listen, we're going to do all fat handles. So we ordered 144 dumbbells that are all fat handles, and our players love it.
All right, so I see the Earn the Right. Tell me about Earn the Right.
Earn the Right is kind of what we go by, and it's really what we try to reflect in our program. We talk to our players every day about it's a privilege to be able to do what we do. And because it's a privilege, you got to come in and earn the right. Above trying to build that into them as athletes, you're also trying to build that into them as people. And like we always tell the guys, like in real life, you can't just take a time out from real life and say, whoa, things are getting tough. You got to live. You got to face things head on. And you got to get up every day and be willing to go through it and earn it in whatever it is that you're doing. What's up, Bob? Let's work today. Let's work today. You got to get reps today. You know that. I love the weight room. I loved it. I love training. I always felt like if I was in better shape than everybody else on the field, then I'll have a chance. So it's like everybody that I was friends with and that I was played with, like they knew that I was going to be in strength and conditioning in some way, shape, or form, but I was probably the last to know it. I got out of college. I moved furniture for 2-3 years with my brother. We did very well in business, but I wasn't happy. So I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I pull over and I call my buddy who is the director of campus rec at Rowan, and I tell him, I said, I want to give this a shot. So here I am, and I'm looking for a career in strength and conditioning through campus recreation. So Keith got the job, associate position at the University of Georgia in their rec center. There's a guy there by the name of Brian Williams, who used to be a strength coach in the athletics realm and actually shifted over to campus rec. And Keith's like, I got this guy that might be able to help you. Then I really made a commitment and said, all right, there's a little bit of hope. There's a glimmer of light that I might actually be able to do this. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and I'm gonna put all my eggs in this basket. The woman, Lori Dwyer, that was over fitness was like, if you really wanna be a strength coach, you're gonna have to prove it to me. So you're gonna teach group exercise classes. So I was a certified spin instructor. I'm like, I'll teach a spin class. If I wanna do it, I wanna have the best music. I wanna have the most energy. I want people to walk out of my class feeling like they got their money's worth. So I did all this, and she goes, all right, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna talk to the coaches. The deal that Keith made me is he said, if you go back to Rowan and do this, you gotta promise me you won't stay there. If you stay, you're gonna cut yourself off from other opportunities and you won't grow. So I'm there, went to my first NERSA conference, I'm interviewing for jobs, and I'm basically asking campus rec people, can I double dip? I'll do whatever job you want me to do in campus rec, but I have to get my foot in the door coaching. Went to the conference, I had 11 universities that were like, we want you to come. And of all the places, I chose Division II, University of West Florida in Pensacola, Florida, and it was probably the best decision that I made in my coaching career. You know, I get to West Florida, simultaneously, Kent Morgan is getting hired. And Kent, I met him the first day I got to campus, and he was like, you're hired. And it was the best thing that probably ever happened to me. Bro, all the times you've been in here,
Yeah.
and today's the first day you want to ask me about why I'm sweating in the Ali, because I'm with Ali.
But he's like not sweating, but you're like.
That's because he's the guy and I'm the nobody.
Look at that photo though, man. He's so sweating, man.
That's what B would say, right? Like, you get a photo with Muhammad Ali. He's not like, oh man, that's awesome, you got a photo with Ali.
You sweating?
Why are you sweating?
You sweating so much.
Damn, man, I forgot how to do this.
Oh, is that
Bro, don't do me on the beard like you did me at the conference, man.
I ain't got my right contact in.
I want people to say that I cared and that I was consistent. And when I talk about being present, I'm not just talking about being around them. I'm talking about being available to them. And when I go places and get the opportunity to speak to young strength coaches, I want to let them know there's somebody around you right now that needs you. I want to get you to do some things that A, you might not want to do, B, you might be scared to do, or C, you think you can't do. And if I can help you do those things, then you're gonna reach your ceiling. We can talk all day about what would you tell the 18-year-old version of yourself? What advice would you give the 22-year-old version of yourself? And for me, like, that's what it's about. I love guys reaching potential. I love when guys hit a PR in the weight room. I get jacked up like the next guy. But what really excites me is when guys come back. My developmental lift group last week, I gave them a homework assignment. And I told them, I said, I want you to go and find out how many people in America work a job that they're not happy with. And they're like, what? I'm like, just go look up the number, find the statistic for me. How many people in America are working something that they're not passionate about? And I think in my circumstance, I took a chance. I couldn't imagine life without taking that chance. Couldn't imagine it. And I don't ever want my athletes, my staff, or the people around me to be in that position.
Man, it's been awesome, brother. Thanks so much.
I appreciate having you.
Appreciate what you do, man. Just how you lift everybody up and how you treat people in this business. I think a lot of people can take that away and take back to their program. So thanks so much for sharing, brother.
Man, that means the world to me, Ron. I really do. I appreciate it.
Awesome, man.
See you later, brother. Drop safe, man. Thanks, brother.
What an awesome day, and what an awesome guy. Ryan is a stud, man. He's one of those guys that you can't help but feel better being around the guy. He has an infectious personality, and His players love him. His staff loves him. We're super lucky to have a guy like that in our profession. I want to thank Colorado State, Coach Bobo and Ryan and his staff for letting us come out. Really appreciate them. It was just an awesome opportunity to hang out with these guys. If you love these episodes, we would love for you to share, like, comment. It just helps us continue to highlight the great people that we have in our profession and the great things that they're doing.
And I'm constantly like, listen to me. The biggest time in your career that you're going to grow professionally is as an intern, as a GA, and maybe in your first assistant job. But you won't have more growth in the short amount of time that you're doing this internship or that you're doing this GA at another point in your career. So like, put 10 toes down and be where your feet are and enjoy the moment.
Slide on 3, 1, 2, 3. 5.